Hello everyone! Unit 14 is a review of the tonal concepts from Book 1. In this lesson, we will review how to write chromatic scales on the staff. A chromatic scale is a scale made up entirely of half steps. In the last tutorial, we used string diagrams to write chromatic scales. We can write a chromatic scale using sharp note names and also flat note names. When writing chromatic scales, we usually stick with sharps or flats and try to avoid mixing the two whenever possible. Also pay attention to the natural half steps when writing chromatic scales. Remember that B and C and E and F have no notes in between them. Here's a chromatic scale written with sharps. A sharp, B, C. Notice there is no sharp note between B and C or E and F because they are natural half steps. This is true for ascending scales and also descending scales. Notice that the descending scale also has natural signs. Natural signs are required on descending scales with sharps. Without them, all of the notes would remain sharp. In this chromatic scale with flats, B and C and E and F are still natural half steps and there are no notes between them. The ascending scale also requires naturals. Without the natural signs, all of the notes would remain flat. There are three common mistakes that many students make when writing chromatic scales. The first mistake is that accidentals are often not written on the correct line or space. Remember that accidental signs must be written on the line or space directly in front of the note head in order to affect that note. The second mistake is that students forget about their natural half steps. Notice the B sharp written between B and C, but you know that there is no note between B and C in a chromatic scale. B and C should be written right next to each other because they are natural half steps. Thirdly, students often forget to add the naturals when they are required. Notice the third note in this scale is still a G sharp. Natural signs are required when writing a descending chromatic scale with sharps and also an ascending chromatic scale with flats. Now read lesson 14.2 in your workbook and complete the exercises for this lesson. If you need more review, we encourage you to look at the tutorial videos for Unit 7. In the next lesson, we will review major and minor seconds. My name is Christopher Selby. Thank you for watching this tutorial on music theory for the successful string musician.